Right, fabulous. Ay. This camera situation is going to be the end of me, I swear. It's painful. Right, let's get cooking, finally. Let's go. Okie dokie. Let's put this into position. So we have chat. Hello. Sorry, I'm being faffy. It's too cold and life is just. Life is fine. Life is perfectly fine. I'm just cold, being miserable for absolutely no reason. We have lots of beef tendon today to be cooked. This is. I've just realised I've really messed up because I went to a party, a sake tasting party last weekend, and somebody brought a beef tendon braise, and it was so delicious that I drunkenly wrote down the recipe. I wasn't drunk by then. I was like semi mostly there by then, and obviously, like he was also drinking, so obviously, like both of us were like, whoa. And then I wrote down the thing, but it's on that phone. So I'm gonna have to just do the initial prep first. I'm just gonna have to quickly like sneak a look. I mean, I remember it being pretty standard. Like it was basically a red wine braise as opposed to like a broth braise. But anywho, it needs to be boiled first to clean. That could be enough. A bit more. That'll do. Nice big pot of boiling water. You want to get that on. Got two types of beef tenders today. Got the Wagyu ones and the import ones. So obviously very night and day difference on these guys, on the color and stuff. But it's all good. It means that we'll have a bit of variety in the texture, which will be delish. The bottle of red wine. And yeah. Oh, actually, I've set up my phone to connect to my computer. Have I open and lock in? Do I have access to my notes on here? Oh, I don't know if I do. Cool if I did. Oops. Maybe I do. Do I have access to my notes? Oh, I so do. Oh, this is amazing. Oh my god, I do. Right, let's have a look. So it totally blanked out my thingy, didn't it? Okay. 1 second. I apologize for the confusion. So we are doing. Oh, we are. Oh God, let me write this down. Hello. Yes, I have decided to access my notes on my phone via my laptop, and then it killed everything. So, um, marinate 30, and then 5 minutes boil, and then wine braise. Okay, okay. Let me remove this. Go back. Go back. No, I may have messed with it. Is it going to? Okay, no. I have effected it. Put it back. Are we back? Oop, I've messed with the angle now. Pain. Oh no. Oh no. Absolute carnage. Are we back? It's facing a really weird way, I think. Let's fix that. It serves me right to mess with things when I am not qualified to do so. Right. Okay. Hello. We are doing a red wine braise. I've just found. So this is a recipe of a guy I met at the party. He brought a really lovely red wine tendon braise, and he it was like in like the middle course. So like I was like, fairly tipsy at this point. So I really don't remember much. But I clearly loved it enough that I was like, tell me the recipe. Feel crooked? Why do you feel crooked? Because of my angle? I think it's the same angle as usual. Though I think I am going to pull away from the wall a little bit. Have you? Yeah, I just saw that. Tape. Tape. Tape things that have been taped together. Yeah. Why are we got such a weird angle today? Are we gonna stay this way? Eddie man. It's staying like that. I think the angle's wider than usual because I'm using a different. You're gonna see all of my like hidden secrets down the side of my hob. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm using a different camera thing because the camera died yesterday and can't fix it. So back to the drawing board on something that actually works. Back to this. This somebody brought a braised tendon dish to the sake party last last weekend, and I loved it so much clearly that I like um asked him to give me the recipe in my like tipsy drunken state. So I wrote down very very loosely how to make this thing, but the rest I'm going to have to wing because I have no idea. So we've got 2 packets of Wagyu beef tendon, and we've got 1 packet of mixed mystery meats, probably American/Australian. Um, see, these are all really nice bits because I prefer the tendons where they're like more like diaphragm ones rather than like cartilagey ones. So quite nice. And then we are opening this guy as well. Is it actually pausing? I am very sorry if that is the case. Honestly, will there ever be a week of smooth streaming? Ever? Well, it's Japanese meat. It's gonna be Wagyu. And then we have our. Oh God! is just, that's a lot more than I thought. Well, I think we got a good pack though, because it's mostly the bits that I like and not so much of the bits that I don't like. So we are doing a half-hour marinade. Oh my God. No, please. This is not happening right now. I cannot get into this twist cap. Oh my God. I've always been awful at opening like anything, like jars, bottles. I can't even like open like drinks sometimes. Can I? Oh my God. Is this not like perforation? Help. Send help. Oh my God. Okay. This is not good. Gonna have to like, I think what's happened is I've got a bottle where like, you know, like they're meant to have little like cuts in the perforations of the cap. I don't think it has any cuts. I think it's like fully just my way into a bottle of wine. Oh my God, I can't, I seriously can't. When's husband going to get back? Hopefully soon, actually. Because, oh no. Glove? Will rubber glove help? You're gonna destroy the glove? I need tips. This is meant to, screw caps are meant to make wine easy, not hard. Well, fuck. Excuse the profanities. I need to figure out what to do. I don't want to get like metal in my like. Hey, husband, you have come to save my life. Save dinner. Okay. I have been saved. My knight in shining armor. I seriously cannot get into. I would just pull out a knife. Just well, that's why I don't want to. I'm just.
Is it even possible for me to do this? Oh.
Are you actually fucking serious? No. No, 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 no. You're not allowed to do it.
Sorry.
The absolute garbage.
You loosened it.
Garbage. That is so uncalled for. What? I cannot. I cannot believe that just happened. Absolute. Can't. Just. Nah, mate. Basically, I am just going to fill up this. So this is also going to be ending up as braising liquid. But apparently you let this hang out for half an hour. So let's do that. 15 minutes into the stream, 15 minutes to open a packet of beef and open a bottle of wine.
I think you're safe. No one saw it.
No one saw it. 4 people are currently watching. So we're just gonna. Oh, you know what? This is a good packet of beef tendon. This is all bits I like, and none of the bits I don't like. I don't think that I can see anyway. So just giving everything a little mush around. This is not the most appetizing looking thing. I apologize, but that is what we are currently cooking. So that's what we're doing. Hang out. You want to stream tonight? That sounds amazing. How was the fish? Fish was great, thank you. We had some of it as leftovers today for lunch as well. Wizzle, you missed me have an absolute battle with the wine bottle. Couldn't open it. Husband comes home and just shoves it open like nothing happened. I'm very disappointed in like life right now. Like it was genuinely unopenable, and then like man just like enrages me. Anywho, this is just gonna hang out for a bit.
I was.
While what? Can't actually do anything else because this needs to hang out, and then this gets boiled, and then it gets simmered. So, let's do. What time are we gonna get back tonight? Just after 7, okay. Because I need to make today's actual dinner as well. Get my tax sorted. Yes, kind of. Well, I started getting it sorted, which is what's important. I've made a start, which is always the hardest bit. It's not due till like the end of January, so because they need to get done. I have in the past submitted my tax return on the day it had to be returned. So, you know, I am a serial putter offer. Hi Phoenix. Looked up the price of an A5 Hokkaido Wagyu steak. Ooh, fun. I'll have you know, this is like not Wagyu. This is like beef tendon Wagyu. So this was like 177 yen per 100 grams. No, 178 yen per 100 grams. So like, how much is that in dollars? Maybe like $1 per 100 grams. 285 grams. Okay. That's like a normal size steak, right? Like in Japan, that would cost 900 yen. So that's like $7. Check on the premium pricing, and I'm gonna go like $12. How's that? Awaiting your response while I figure out what we're actually having for dinner tonight. 20,000 yen. What? Like that's restaurant prices. Like more than restaurant prices. Like a Wagyu steak at a steak restaurant might set you back that much. But like that's if you like, you know, dining at a restaurant, you have the restaurant markup. Like you would not buy that in a shop for that much ever. That is spenny. And here I am cooking 178 yen per 100 gram beef tendons. I mean, this is like this is basically considered offal at this point. Like, people don't usually eat this normally. You'd only this is like, yeah. To be fair, I'm pretty sure because I have 2 packets of beef in here. One's Japanese Wagyu beef, and then the other one is mystery Australian / American beef. So we could have some Australian meat in here. Who knows? Well, you know, the funny thing is, like, I don't know what's going on because, like, the imported beef, so like the American / Australian beef is cheaper than the Japanese beef. So it's like, where has the economy messed up where it's cheaper to buy foreign meat? I know, right? Like, how did we end up here? You know, like, for the same cut of meat. So this is both tendons. So like, they are, considered off, like, meat that's not for like regular. You have to cook it specially. What made it that color? This is wine. It's a bottle of wine in the marinade. So yeah, the Japanese one was 178 yen per 100 grams. So that's like, I don't know the conversion. And then the mystery meat tendons is 20 yen cheaper. So yeah, this was the bottle of wine that I was fighting with, and then husband very annoyingly opened it with much ease. So this is just marinating in the red wine for half an hour. So I am just blabbering away while I figure out what I actually want to cook for dinner, because this is going to take, hours of braising. No, this is a the tongs did the thing where it didn't close and it splashed open, and now we have red speckles on my green jumper. Well, need to go to the wash anyway. Right, let's stop playing with the meat. This is what happens when you play with the meat. It's just up. No, this is a very cheap bottle of wine. This was like 600 yen for a bottle. I would drink a lot of other things before I drink this regular, just as is. Californian Cabernet Sauvignon, though. Canyonose. Very cheap. We do not need to be drinking that straight up if we can help it. So I have yet not decided what I actually want to do with dinner. So we'll hang out for a bit. Right, I have another 20 minutes to kill. So I'm going to do the unforgivable and do some dishes because I was lazy and I didn't do the dishes earlier. So let's do some dishes, and that will kill me at least another 5 minutes. And then hopefully I can think of what to actually cook for dinner, because I am not inspired at the moment. So yes, we are going to do a red wine braise. So once that's finished marinating, we're going to pull it out and give it a quick 5-minute boil to do like an initial quick clean of the meat. We're going to rinse that all off, and then we will then put it back in with the wine and simmer that for as long as I possibly can. Last time you got wine for cooking, you got the cheapest crap. It was like a box of wine. 5 liters for 13. Wow. To be fair, box wine is yet to hit Japan. I do miss box wine. It's almost like better than buying it in bottles because it stays fresher for longer because it's all vac sealed, isn't it? And actually works better for me because I don't actually use that much at a time. Obviously, this time I'm using like an entire bottle in one go, but I don't always do that. And also, you're like the most popular person at a party if you bring box wine. And everybody's bringing like little tins and cans of stuff, and it's like, I brought an entire box. Yay, you know? And it's kind of like, it's nice because like the host can keep the wine because like, it's not been like open and, poured around 10 people. It's actually, still fresh. Yeah. Them's were the days. Like I feel like when we were students, the fruity Zinfandels and the Moscatos were all the rage. I cannot drink those anymore now. I find them too sweet and they give me flashbacks of times gone. And I quickly get through these while we have, to be fair, that looks like it could be like a bowl of blood. Not gonna lie, that would be an appropriate Halloween prop. It looks like I have done some murder fiction. I promise it's not murder. It is red wine marinating beef. Something more relatable. Something good just to buy. 400. That's a big pack for. Oh damn! That's 700. What? So how much is that per 100? Like 700 ish, just over 700 grams. So 700. That's a lot still. Actually, no, I lie. That's like at my supermarket. What would be like a 700 yen per 100-gram kind of cut of beef? That's like a wagyu steak. Would definitely probably cost you that much. And to be fair, the supermarket that I go to locally is one that used to be like started off as a butcher's. So their meats are always like super affordable compared to other supermarkets. They're really nice quality as well because they butcher their own beef, unlike other supermarkets. Because not all supermarkets butcher their own meat, I suppose. They get it processed before it gets to them. But my supermarket butchers their own meat, so you get a lot more variety as well as much better pricing. Yeah, but yeah, as I said, the American and the Australian beef costs less than the Japanese beef. So, like, to be fair, like some of the, so if you get imported beef, it's sometimes as cheap as pork to buy. And obviously, chicken is the cheapest by weight. But yeah, to be fair, Japanese people, it's ridiculous. I don't know how trade works really because it's a bit ridiculous. Like, um, the like a lot of Japanese people like complain about food prices going up, but like knowing how much food is like elsewhere in the world, I'm like, bro, take Japan prices over UK prices or Australia prices or American prices at this point. Like it's insane how much the cost of living has gone up elsewhere. Like it's going up in Japan, and I think people have been so used to produce being cheap that everything's like. I think farmers are getting like the worst, the brunt of it because I think they've been getting the kind of short end of the stick, keeping prices down, and then now that it's been become desperate, people now like refuse to buy stuff because it's like, oh, it's too expensive. It's like it's always been this cheap. Like why can't you, you know, why can't you keep it the same price? But it's like, yeah, it's it's ridiculous. How are we doing for time? Okay, we've successfully killed another 5 minutes. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Let's have a water break. Mm. So we are going to let this marinate. Going to boil it for 5 minutes, and then we're going to actually I need to like put together a little like spice bag or something, or a little flavor situation. I have some spring onion tops in the freezer, so we can definitely chuck that in. I think there might be, to be fair, that's what I'll do. I'll pull out the ginger. It's actually cuttable. I have like just like random freezer ginger that's just kind of hanging out. So this is I think it's ginger. I think it's ginger. It's like a little foam candy at this point, but I'm pretty sure that is ginger. And I will also defrost this ever so slightly. There's quite a lot of beef, so I might do the whole thing. But I'll let this come up to temperature a bit so I can at least slice into it. And then go from there. Let's start heating up this water because I'm becoming impatient. I'm actually so excited for this. I don't actually know what I'm going to do with the wine afterwards, though. Like, once I've braised it in the wine, and like all the like the 4 hours is done, can I use the wine liquid for something, or is it going to be a bit gross tasting? Because usually I'd braise in like water, so I would use the leftover liquid as stock for something else. I don't know how it's going to taste with wine. Even 100 grams of fresh broccoli. So if broccoli is expensive in Japan, like, and it's also really small, so that's probably about right, to be fair. But like, what did I just buy recently? A bag of spinach. So like a bag that has like maybe like 9 little like sprigs of spinach. So not baby spinach, like full grown spinach is like 150 yen. Bag of 9 onions was 500 yen. What did I buy recently? Packet of 2 shimeji mushrooms. So like 2 bundles of shimeji mushrooms, about 150, 200, depending on the supermarket you buy it from. But yeah, when things are in season, we had like a bit of like a cabbage gate earlier in the year because cabbage is like notoriously a cheap vegetable in Japan. So you can get like a whole head of cabbage for like 100 yen. Like massive heads of cabbage. but this year they had like a really bad harvest of cabbage. So like they were going up to like 500 yen a head of cabbage, and everybody was like freaking out because they're like, oh my god, it's cabbage. Why are we paying this much for cabbage? And like a lot of restaurants, especially like fried foods or like tempura kind of places, they often serve their food with a mound of cabbage, and because it's cheap and it's also good balance for the oiliness, and usually they give you free refills of cabbage because it's so cheap. But like this year, people restaurants have had to stop providing free cabbage refills because the cabbages had got so expensive. I think the cabbage prices are getting back down. We're like in the like 150 to 200 per head of cabbage now, so they're coming back down. That's expensive. Yeah, that's like twice the amount of money for the same amount of spinach. Um, but yeah, the key to like Japan is that very much like eating seasonally. They don't do a lot of um, like greenhousing, so you don't get like I think some vegetables you get all year round. So like carrots, onions, and cabbage you get all year round. Potatoes you get all year round, but everything else kind of comes and goes. So courgettes came and went, um, and then aubergines stay around as well because they're pretty staple in Japanese cuisine. Um, what else? Yeah, and sweet potatoes. I think they're coming back in season now. Autumnal vegetables. Right. They're going to get the old colander out. And we are going to start somehow doing this without spilling anything anywhere. I'm going very bold with this whole very white, very light outfit choice. How am I going to do this? I'm going to go like this, like this, like this. It's totally going to end well. I should have, thought this through from the get go and had the colander already in the thing when I started. That would have been extremely smart, wouldn't it? Instead of doing this in post. Because that would be a way too intelligent of me. It's going to be too much. It's going to splash. It's going to splash. Oh no, why is everything so big? Oh no, it's spilling. See, this is the cost of my mistakes. I'm spilling shit everywhere. Oh, wait. It's also getting heavy. My fingies. Ah. Ah. Whose grand idea was this? I really should have thought this through. I was like, oh, my hands. My poor hands. Oh, my wrist. You got everyone. You've got enough. Right. You can place this back down now. Now that clean up again. How many times am I going to have to clean up beef soaked wine off this counter? Right. Right, we can actually bring this up to a boil now. Right. For a second. Just gonna sit here Good drainage. I'm actually so excited for this because in Japan, when they do beef tendons, they give you all sorts of bits. And there's like two main bits of tendon, and one is the diaphragm, like under the stomach bit, and then the other bit is like Achilles. So the Achilles is a much thicker bit of collagen, whereas the diaphragm one's a lot thinner. It's more like silver skin, and my preference is for the diaphragm. But a lot of times they always put lots of Achilles in as well. Obviously, they're allowed to because it's tendon, like they're both tendons. But if I had a choice, I would only ever eat the diaphragm one because I prefer it. I just prefer the texture of it. And this is, from as far as I can see, it's all diaphragm. So like I'm very happy. Right. Meat is a boiling. Ah! Absolute carnage on here. Right. Hang out in the sink. We're gonna go you for 4 or 5 minutes. Let's go. Yeah, 4. Right. We are a boiling. Purpose of the boil is to do a quick removal of the excess fat and excess scum comes off. So let's hopefully that comes up to a boil, not like fully cool down too much. Yeah, we'll boil then. Give you a stir around. Maybe you're a Achilles. Oh no, I think you're a diaphragm. Doing oil on that. But yeah, back to my question earlier. The braising liquid that I end up with after the wine based braising liquid, is that fine to cook with? Like, what can I use that for? It's like if it was like stock, like if it was water, I don't know what to do with it. But like, can I do the same with like a wine? I mean, I guess I can taste it at the end of it. Find out. Um, so let this come up to boil. Um, a couple of hours at least. Um, so this is boiling for like 4 or 5 minutes. Just to get might need to let it go a bit longer because it's not coming up to a boil. But so we wash it off and then we go back in with the wine, and that's gonna sit low and slow for last time I did 2-3 hours, and that was really delicious. So probably about the same. Though I don't think last time I like cut it into smaller chunks, so it'd go a bit faster. But I don't have the energy to do that this time. Yeah. So yeah, I'm really excited to taste what this wine ends up tasting like after it's finished doing its thing. Okay, it's only coming up to a boil now, so I'll give it an extra couple of minutes from here. Yeah, you'll make a good like sauce for stuff. But yeah, so yeah, as you can see all the broth coming off. There's going to be much more coming off after, but this is just the first skim. get this going. Oh, this is going to get washed, rinsed under hot water. Move our gloves. Yeah. Oh, calm your tits, tongs. Ever since I mentioned yesterday that I was going to replace the tongs, because these tongs are starting to split on the edges. Make gravy stock for later in stew. Ooh, nice. Right, we have boiled. We are now going to rinse. Oh, please end up in the colander, please. I also that smells really good. Smells like Christmas. So going to quickly rinse these guys off. Right, and then we're also going to rinse the pot. This is when I hate having a tiny work surface because nothing fits anywhere. Yeah, right. The tongs are clearly like, no, don't replace me. I'm still good. But little does it know, the more it fights back, the more I want to replace it. So unless it behaves, I ain't having any of it. Right, we have a rinsed pot. Just quickly wipe the back of this so my induction hob does not yell at me. Right. Can probably go into the wash. Back in with our meat. Delicious. And our wine. I'm probably going to have to top it up with a bit of extra water because we do not have enough wine. I'm fully going off instructions now because I didn't think I need this much wine. But it's fine. Just gonna probably do another half a bottle worth. Just gonna top it up so we're actually covering the meat because maybe a tiny bit more. That's 3/4 of a bottle. That will do it. And I'm just going to slice up this bit of ginger. Have you defrosted yet? Yes. Nice and easy. It's like, yay much. So going in an onion top. Oh yeah, you know what? That sounds amazing. Spring onion. And let's do some bay leaves as well, because I have a lot of them and I need every excuse to get through them. Where's my bay leaf? Hiding from me. Honestly, I tidy this up every like other week, and then it just descends into madness every single time. Madness. Are you bay leaf? No, you're sugar. Fry. Why is nothing where I last left it? Some people have there it is. Some people have poltergeists that like randomly close doors. I have poltergeists that just rams my pantry into madness. We're gonna go 2 bay leaves. Look how much, like, I swear this stuff just like multiplies on its own. I cannot get through it. I swear. Right. Shove everybody down. Leave these guys here. Shove that down the side. This down the side. The spring onions can kind of stay on top because that kind of helps make a lid on all the meats and they can stay submerged. Let's go. Let's go at least 2 hours. Blame him. To be fair, we don't really cook a lot of British food. Because what? Okay, it's gonna let me do 1 hour. And then I'm just gonna spend the first 10 or so minutes, 15 minutes or so hovering to de-scum the top. Because I can. Shove my ginger pieces down. So we're actually adding flavor to the broth. Same with you, bay leaf. Right. Okay. I feel like I will do this for tomorrow because this is then going to go into a second braise after mashed potatoes aren't just British. Yeah, but I've only had them in the context of British cuisine, so my point still stands. This is gonna go back in the freezer for tomorrow when this dish gets finished. So this gets cooked today, low and slow until it's all nice and soft. And then tomorrow we re-braise it in a mix of soy sauce, mirin, sugar, sake, the usual Japanese, trifecta with some turnips. Usually it's done with daikon radish, but I'm going to do turnips because they're currently in season and it looks really yummy. And probably a bit of ginger and stuff as well. That's how it was served to me last weekend. So I'm just wigging my way into recreating it. That's the plan anyway. Just going to turn this up to high just to get it going. Don't want it boiling, but as soon as I clicked high, it's like. So we are going to pull out my favorite spoon, my little gravy spoon, and let's get skimming the top. Yeah, the first boil must have done pretty good because it's not actually coming up too badly. So I'm just gonna push all of our spring onions down because it's kind of getting in the way of my skimming. I'm just getting a little bit of scum off the top. What would you do for the braising liquid? Phoenix, do tell. I'm gonna end up with a lot of it, so all suggestions welcome. It's gonna be very winey and very aromatic and very beefy. That is a fabulous tip, Miles. Thank you. Let's try that. So, also, my hub is yelling at me because I probably didn't dry it well enough. That's such a fabulous tip. That is actually so smart. Oh my god. Just gonna too fair. It's not actually breaking the surface yet. So I'm very trigger happy with the pulling the spoon out. I'm like, oh, got a time to skim. Yes. I'm gathering ideas of what to do with the braising liquid once I'm done with this because this is very winey. Usually I would end up with beef stock, so it's much easier to use, but today I'm going to end up with half wine. So Phoenix is about to share what his secret sauce would be. Oh, and also I was told that I had to make a little lid, a paper lid. What are they called? I feel like I have the Japanese name for it, but I don't know what the non-Japanese name for it is. What do you call it when you put a paper lid down? So it would continue. It creates circulation, but it's not like a full-on lid, so you can still boils off. Must be a word for it. I feel like the French would do it. I'm just gonna let it go for a couple of minutes instead of you use foil if you do that. Well, I don't know if because there's a lot of wine in here. I don't know if it'll make the foil go weird. Um, because I've got baking paper. I've got regular parchment paper as well. We're getting a bit aggressive now, my loves. I don't know if foil reacts to. I know foil reacts to tomatoes. Does it also react to wine the same way? We shall spend a bit of time cleaning off the broth. Oh, hello. Oh, a slice of bread. Fun. Mashed potatoes, make a roux of deglazed braised liquid. Yum. That does sound pretty fantastic. To be fair, I'm going to end up with so much of this liquid. I could probably um do a bit of gravy with it, and then maybe save some for next month, and I can go as my little Christmas roast. That will probably inevitably do. Just come on this side. I almost want something like to fully push it down. So like I don't have anything in the way of me trying to clean the top off. Oh yeah. I mean like there's at least like a liter of liquid, if not a liter and a half in here. So I can imagine there will be plenty of liquid to go around. Even after it's done its sprays, it's going to be plenty still left. So we are simmering away, cleaning up the top. Yeah, but that's also effort. I'm just complaining for no reason. I'm complaining and not willing to help myself is what I'm doing. To be fair, it's getting pretty clean. I say that. So I'm a bit conflicted by the smells I'm smelling because like it's very winey, so it's giving me like mulled wine. But it's also like very gingery and spring oniony, so it's giving me very Asian. So I'm just like, I should be smelling like warm mulled, cinnamon and star anise, but I'm smelling like some conflicting smells out of here. Um, oh yeah, beef bourguignon sounds good. What is that? Just carrots and potato and beef? Anything else that goes into bourguignon? Seven things. To be fair, a lot cleaner than what we started with. Yeah, this I think it's the ginger. Ginger has given me conflicting information about what this is going to taste like. Maybe I added a bit too much. Oh well. Let's let that hang out for a bit. I think if it continues to be like that, I'm going to start. We're gonna go with a little sheet of baking paper. Cut a little circle. I hope that. Oops. May have gone a bit too short on sides. Time will tell. I forget which side I meant to cut along. I think it's this side. Oh. And a little hole in the middle. I'm gonna truth. Have I done it right? Oh, it's a bit big. That's fine. Give it a bit more. Just skin it up a bit. Getting a little bit aggressive, so I will turn it down. Enough skimming for now. It's probably gone a bit big. Refold. that's more circular. There we go. Still too big though. Well, at least it's too big and not too small. Right. The hole in the middle is definitely too big, but that'll do. That'll do. Just fine. Perfect. Hang out down there, my little did. Use you. Bay leaf, you're not doing any braising if you're halfway out the surface. So I'm just gonna put you down. Make sure we're actually on the surface. Voila. And bring you down. I can see. We're gonna get this back on the hob. Right. Coolio. That's gonna go for a while. Hopefully, we are putting all the love into the dish. It's gonna end up delicious. So that will be finished off tomorrow. Now for today, what am I cooking for dinner? I don't know. I'm yet to actually figure out what I want to do for dinner. What's for dinner? What's for dinner indeed? I'll probably do. What am I going to do? That is a good question. Do I have enough fucks to give to do a steamed egg? What time did husband say he was getting back? 7-ish. 7:15. I've got an hour. I could cook steamed eggs. No, I can't be bothered. That's like labor intensive. Help. Help. What do? To be fair, I might just pull something out the freezer. That's also valid. What have we got? We have got. Oh, we've got shumai. I could steam up a shumai. Got udon. Got a curry. And two. Got 2 curries. No, got 3 curries actually. Right. You guys can decide. Vote for what we're gonna have for dinner. We have shumai. We have a Thai style mincy stew situation. Beef tendon curry. So it'll be beef tendon curry from last time. It is definitely a curry, even though I only use curry powder. It's in the name. And we've also got a ragu from a while ago as well. So those are the 4 choices. If anybody has any particular thoughts on what we should have for dinner today. You're going a bit too aggressively, darlings. Calm down. As soon as the lid went on, like the convection current is wild. It's still going too hefty. Nice. So yeah. Need inspiration. So I'll probably do the shumai, to be fair, because we've not had that in a while. And it's nice to cook something from scratch. Well, I say from scratch. It's just steaming a frozen thing, but pretty from scratch in my eyes. So we will do that. We'll probably start that in maybe half an hour. So we shall vibe until then. Let's clear this up. I need to like figure out what I am doing for Christmas, because at the moment my only idea so far is to do a roast. We may have a friend. What meat should I do for my roast? No problem. I was just saying I had a couple of things in the freezer I'm going to do for dinner, because this is obviously not going to be done. So it was either shumai, curry 1, curry 2, or ragu, and I've decided on shumai. But what I was going to say was I need inspiration for what meat I do for my roast, my Christmas roast. Obviously, like it's traditionally lamb at my husband's house, but I'm indifferent. I'm making a roast. I never make roast, so nice. Shumai is what's happening for dinner tonight. Yeah, and so I need inspo on what meat to do for my roast. I'm not the biggest fan of lamb, so I probably won't do lamb. But chicken, I could do like a quarter leg of chicken, because I can't fit a whole roast in there, or like a beef or a pork as a little pork with some crackling would be quite nice. Um, yeah, those are my. Oh, I could do a duck. Could be fancy and do duck for Christmas. This is like over a month away, but I'm making plans because I like making plans for Christmas. I do enjoy the festivities. No, it's just chicken. Just chicken of which breasts are like this massive, and it's like, what are you feeding the chickens? What do you mean no duck? Oh, to be fair, that is true. Um, your family are very adorable, but they're also very delicious. Not gonna lie. I apologize. Um, Compound butter on the skin, bacon and phosphorus. Ooh, that could be nice. Could be nice. Sounds good. Sounds like it requires some technique also. I don't think I've ever wrapped anything over meat, like as a roast. I don't think I've done that before. I've done like obviously I've done pigs and blankets where you wrap bacon around a sausage, but um I don't think I've ever done like bacon over chicken. That does sound good. It could be nice. You've gone quiet now. Um yeah, so that's a good idea actually. I might do that. And then is this the year I attempt to do, to be fair, I have muffin cups, so I could do Yorkshire puddings. Yorkshires don't go with chicken, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'll I'll do that. Oh my god. A compound butter be sure to just yeah, lemony butter, lemon parsley, garlic butter under the skin. Sounds delicious. Um, mm, sticky toffee pudding. See, like, okay, you're you guys are talking to a person who has literal like drawer for 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 cooking this in. Last year was an absolute nightmare trying to like get everything cooked somewhat to the right doneness at the same time. I had to buy the meat because I was like, I had to buy the beef already roasted because I was like, I do not have room for this. Um, but yeah, let's put that on. I'm not buying an air fryer just for Christmas roast. So what I could do, no, that's a bad idea. I could steal my pizza oven from home, my mum's pizza oven, just to just to have an extra appliance that would do that. But that sounds horrendously difficult. Savory corn pudding. That sounds so good. What is that? Tell me more. Tell me more about the savory corn pudding. I actually have like tins of corn in my pantry that I decided to buy once upon a time. And I'm like, what am I gonna do with all this corn? No, this pizza oven can set the temperature. It is temperature settable. So it can very much be an oven. In the manual, it's got like a whole host of recipes for regular baking stuff. Yeah, because it's an electric oven, it does get very, very hot if you want it to, but it can also be not hot, which is cool. But also it's like this big, so like I'd have to lug it all the way back up from home and then back down. But more reasonable than buying like an appliance for one occasion. So I'll think about it. I'll think about it. The logistics of getting it up here is difficult. It is heavy and it is large. Why are we so like temperamental with temperature? Can you not be slow, Bubbles? But yes, tell me more about this custard style corn butter eggs milk. I need to Google this. I don't have any like appliance. I don't have any mobile devices to Google this with, but I'm definitely going to Google that. So that sounds really yummy because I was gonna do some corn fritters at some point in the near future to use up these tins of corns. But if there is cornbready pudding, ooh, I think I have some cornmeal. I have polenta, which I'm pretty sure is cornmeal. So I could do that. That's totally doable. That could be nice. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow when I cook this up. I feel like it's not going to go particularly perfectly together because this is going to end up Japanese in flavor. So I could maybe if I just shuffle the cornbread to more Asian, that would probably work. Because it's essentially what I'm making is a beef stew, beef braise. It's not going to be as thick as a stew, but if I can get the cornbread to be a bit more Asian, I reckon that would work. That could be nice. Have a new carb for once. Get a new addition. I'm very excited. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. And if I like it, I can do it for Christmas as well. I'm contemplating whether or not to invite a friend for Christmas because we invited someone last year, and obviously he's graduated now, goes of university. But we could invite a different friend, but also like stressful. I think for other people is always stressful, but it's always a nice thing to do. So I will contemplate that. I am going to do some shumai, therefore I do need to cook rice because I've not got any more freezer stock. So no, I don't need to cook rice for another 15 minutes because if he's getting home, maybe I'll cook it now in case he gets home sooner. Let's say, because he left at 5:45, it would have been half an hour of practice so far. Yeah, I'll probably be there for this. Oh, yeah, that would go well. That would actually, yeah. Bit of sesame, even sesame seeds. That would definitely swing it this way in the world, and that would make it go way better. That would be nice. Exciting. Okay. Let's do that tomorrow. I'm excited. I want to do that tomorrow. I've decided. I've decided I want to do exciting new recipe. Yeah. I need more inspo. Like I feel like I'm like circling around the same recipes and like I can't I'm not being inspired in the supermarket at the moment. I'm just like walking around being like, oh, what am I gonna make? So I need and I love that. Mm, absolutely. I'm well excited. Well, I can even make them in like little cups as well because I've got the muffin tin now, and I need to like get my money's worth out of the muffin tin because I didn't end up using them for the party. So I could do like a slab in the tray, but I can also do like little ones just because I can. Now that is making sure I make the most of my purchases. Are you bubbling? You are bubbling. Okay, acceptable. Right. Let's slowly make our way towards actual dinner. Oh, extra. Ah, it's just a coldness. The winter is getting to me. I'm always feeling cold. Gonna go back to our regular um, scheduling of rices. Yeah, I love me a good quiche. Chunky quiche does sound appetizing to me, so I'm all for it. We are going in with a cup of rice. And a cup of, I forgot, chili goose. I need a cup for my black rice. Black rice. Oh, I need to add a bit more because my finger was in that part. And then we wash, and then we add the extra bits, seedy bits after. So that in there. Give it a wash. So the water is cold. First wash. You know what? I think if I have people over, it gives me an excuse to make mulled wine, which is excuse enough to have people over. Because obviously husband doesn't drink. And so I need someone to share mulled wine with. And that would bring me much joy. Oh, I could bring out the cursed kettle to make mulled wine in. There's literally a recipe in that kettle's manual for mulled wine where you pour wine directly into kettle. And I feel like I need that level of curse in my life. We had kettle chicken. Are we ready for kettle wine? I feel like kettle wine would be more cursed than kettle chicken because kettle chicken, at least it was in a bag, we had it somewhat protected from the elements, but kettle wine is just direct wine in kettle. Right. We are washed and ready to go. Right. Add in our cognac rice. Oh, what is it? Example di Visual Company channel. Yay! Thank you. I will definitely take a look at that. Okay, this does not on the scissors. Did I not? No. I don't know why the scissors are over here. Very much looking forward to that. Mix up our rices. Carnage up to the 3-cup line. Brilliant. Oh, I think, did we run out of our, oh no, we're on our last legs of grains. Have to buy new grainage. We have 1 scoop's worth of grain. I should have just used it in the last one, shouldn't I? 1 scoop. Maybe I have 2 scoops. So gonna drop this and get it all over myself, aren't I? Let's say that was like 1.5 scoops. So need about 30 mils of extra water. What am I doing? Served often as a side to some fried chicken. Ooh, nice. It would be nice. However, I have decided I want to have it tomorrow, so it will have to go with a side of beef stew, beef braise for now. But yeah, that'd be so nice. Right, we have our grainy boys in here. It's gonna go nice. I mean, it sounds amazing already, so I'm well excited. Rice cooker is a go. Boo, 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 boo. Yeah. I do really enjoy like making stuff with polenta and corn meal and stuff. I do really enjoy the texture. I just don't want to make polenta every time because mess and mess. I feel like polenta just gets everywhere and it gets stuck to everything because I don't have a non-stick pot. So it'd be nice to have alternatives to that. And yeah. So rice is going. That's going to take half an hour. In about 10 minutes, maybe, I will start thinking about the shumai. I've got about 20 minutes on this guy until it hits the hour mark. So we'll take a look at it. Cheesy crispy. Oh, yum. Okay. I'm inspired. I'm reigniting inspiration. I love it. That's one thing I miss a lot. Like I feel like if I need inspiration, I can do like a bit of baking because that's, a bit more technical, like it requires actual measuring and doing stuff properly. But I can't really bake here. So I feel like I lose a bit of that. Oh my goodness. Please don't get water inside your gloves. So it'd be nice to do. I hope it works in our little oven situation, this grill. Oh my god, yes. My personal recipe dictionary Google thing. I do it sometimes Google where I'm like just make a list of ingredients and it's like sometimes it's not even like what do I have to cook with. Like I want stuff to go out and go cook things for. Like because I'm like sometimes I'm just at the supermarket and be like, what am I gonna buy this week? Um and because I don't have any like specific dishes I want to cook in mind, I just kind of go through and like buy my usual like easy to convert meats and vegetables, and then I get home and I kind of delay the inevitable of thinking of what to actually cook. Thinking from the supermarket. Um, yeah, and maybe I'll do that one time. Maybe I'll do an IRL stream. Take you guys to the supermarket with me. Maybe I'll feel brave enough if I go at like a quiet time. Is that interesting? Is that interesting going to a Japanese supermarket? Is that something that people want to see? Um, because I could be convinced if people want to see. If not, I'll just ping. I'll just text Phoenix, be like, "Help! What do I cook?" Um, um, you went shopping, then came home and made that would be. And to be fair, I think I will. I'm thinking of doing a bit of a special stream versary celebration stream week next month because it will be my 1 year on Twitch next month. Um, and so I've been trying to figure out like fun things to do for stream that I wouldn't normally do. And I think that actually sounds like a great idea. Where if I can figure out the whole streaming in real life thing. Um, I I'm planning on doing a week of streaming every day. Um, and I've been thinking of things to do, and I think that's actually a really cool. I wonder how much of that you've been here for. You've been here for a lot of it. Um, I don't know. Were you here for kettle chicken? That check pick one item you have to put into the dish. Oh yeah, yeah. As we shop along, for sure. Maybe I'll do a couple of like test streams beforehand to make sure I can actually make the whole IRL thing work. Because I've never done that before, and I feel like doing that on the first time on actual stream is going to be chaotic. Um, but yeah. Um, so yeah, so far I've got. Okay, so that's a great idea. Sorry, I know. Oh my god, Wizzle did this the other day, and Wizzle did this the other day, and it does not work. I can tell you though. 7th of January is when you followed, so you probably followed like 2 weeks after I started. Um, yeah, I can click on your name to tell you. Wizzle's an OG though. He followed me on the first day I started streaming, so that's pretty special. Thank you so much, guys. Um, so y'all are day ones. You guys have been around this whole time, and I'm very very grateful. It's been a really fun year. Um, but yeah, so let's do that. Shopping and cook. Shop and cook for yeah, shop and cook is definitely. I'm also thinking of doing KFC mukbang because we will probably do the KFC Christmas. Um, I need to book that actually, but we're probably doing KFC Christmas, so and that's um probably a good time to do it. So we want to maybe we'll do a little KFC Christmas, sit down and eat with us situation. This is little spoilers, by the way. I haven't actually thought of everything yet, but and I'm definitely going to do the last stream of the stream week. I'm going to do dumplings because that's the first stream I ever did. Yeah. So I'm definitely doing dumplings again. And I'm going to make a dumpling for every follower, I think. So we're currently looking at about, what, 50, 52? That's a perfect number of dumplings. So as long as I don't go viral, we're going to do a dumpling for every follower because that's cute, I thought. So those are my 3 ideas so far. We'll probably chuck a gaming stream in there as well. Um, you don't put a tree. I mean, we don't have trees here either. Christmas is very like superficial in Japan. It's kind of for the sake of it. But yeah. Oh, this is great. Lots of ideas brewing. If I might start streaming a new game that I used to play a lot. Called, oh my god, I've got hiccups. Called Mahjong Soul. I don't know if you guys have heard of eggnog making and drinking stream and chat. Yes, Steffa. Oh my god, I love eggnog. Yes. For sure. Do I have to make it in the kettle or can I make it in a pot? Yes, that'd be so nice. I actually have some port as well that we brought from, I think we got gifted some port, like little mini bottles. That's what we got. I feel like I draw the line at putting milk or cream straight into the kettle. Not that I've done that kind of. I put whole eggs directly in the kettle. What was I gonna say? Yeah, there's a game I used to play a lot called Mahjong. Probably know what Mahjong, but there's a app called Mahjong Soul, which I really enjoyed before, and I just haven't really had the opportunity to play it in ages. And I thought it might be a nice reason to pick it up again. Um, and I can do a little like how to mahjong stream on one of the days. I can spend like a chunk of time explaining how to play it. I don't know. And then if it goes down well, I can make that a bit more regular. Yeah, mahjong's are great fun. When we were back in the UK, we used to host mahjong nights every week, and I would cook, and people just come over for food, and we just play mahjong. It was a great time. People never got a choice of what they ate. It was just like you show up and there will be food. If you want free dinner and games, come come play mahjong. So maybe I'll revive that because we used to play every week. I'll revive a mahjong sesh situation. That would be quite nice. Exactly. It's a really like chill game, especially I think the Chinese version is a lot more chill than the Japanese version because there's a lot less interaction on the board. You don't have to pay as much attention as to what's going on if you're playing the Chinese version. But the Japanese version requires a little bit more thought process. You actually have to watch what everybody else is doing. So it uses your brain a little bit more in that sense. But overall, it's very much a game where you can chat over. You need to keep like one eye on the game, which is why it's such a social game. I mean, if people play seriously, they will just sit in silence and play, but you can very much chat over the board. Yeah, but it's also like it's it's as difficult as it's as intense as you want to make it, which is I think what's really nice. Like when I played with my friends, we'd get through maybe like one game over the course of the entire night because we'd, take it slow and we're like talking and eating and drinking. But if you are playing it intensely, you can get through a game in like half an hour playing intensely, not no talking, just play. So I think that's what I really like about it, where you can adjust the like intensity to the people that are there, and it's really nice playing with people who are much better than you because you can like really, train your brain to like think faster. But at the same time, you can also take it slow and take it chill, and it doesn't take away from the game. I feel in my mind anyway. Um, yeah, let's do it. Let's do a how introduction to Riichi Mahjong. Riichi is a Japanese version. Yes, let's do it. Okay. I'd love to introduce you guys to Mahjong. It's a great game. I firmly believe that if everybody learned to play Mahjong, you would significantly reduce like elderly dementia. Like it is so good for your brain, I think. It would go down really well. I feel like it should be mandatory for everyone to learn to play. I feel like it's like a strategy game. So like it's a gambly um well, it doesn't you don't have to gamble over it, but you can. And it's got that kind of luck based but also skill based. I think it's just got that perfect balance of like you need to use your brain to win. It's not all just luck, but there is an element of luck. So it does bring a bit of spice. And yeah. And especially Japanese version, it does the strategy actually matters. And it's not just luck of the draw of what you get. You actually play into your strength. So and I love the app. It's got lots of beautiful women and waifus and husbandos, and it definitely knows its market because they keep coming out with exclusive characters where you have to gacha for, etc. So it's it knows its market, and you gotta you gotta spend your hard-earned mahjong cash to get more characters and do gacha. Um, like it's the first game where it's got gacha, but you don't hate it for it because it's too good. It is like you don't need to play the gacha at all. It's only if you want new characters, and it's fully cosmetic. Like it does not affect your ability to play the game at all. Um, if you're happy playing the game, you just play the base character. But if you want aesthetic booby ladies, then you can upgrade to booby lady. Um, but yeah, the game itself is completely free to play. There is any money you spend is purely for cosmetic upgrades because you want to flex on other people that you have booby lady character as your what's it called, base, rather than the default character. Um, but yeah, it's a very very fun game, and I have been wanting to get back into it. Um, but it's one of those things it can take a bit of time. So if I can do it on stream, that'll be quite nice because that means I can do two things in one go and enjoyably do it. All right, we've actually killed enough time to actually start thinking about the shumai. So, um, this is when I recruit little my little cult of mahjong, and this is when we start um, getting a crew together. And I'm pretty sure you can do like online, like if you like friend each other on mahjong, you can play together online and stuff with specific people. Whereas usually, if you're playing, you just get put together with random people online. But you can also add each other and make a game together, which is fun. What other ingredients do I need new suggestions for? Right, things that I definitely need to use. Tuna. I have a lot of tuna for some reason, and I have a lot of tin tomatoes. They do not have to be together, but that I definitely need use for. Oh no. So something to do with tuna would be good. I love tuna. I would eat tuna all the time, but husband doesn't really like tuna, so I've kind of messed up on that bit of my meal planning. And we have our, what else do I need? Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't actually have a lot of stuff that I need to use because I'm fairly good at keeping on top of my stock. It's just inspiration when I get to the supermarket and I'm like, what do I want to cook with today? Tuna, broccoli, mac and cheese. Ooh, to be fair, I don't do like creamy pasta very often, especially not short pasta. So that could be fun. Let's pop this out. Let's get a little heat for the bottom of my thingy. Attachment. That sounds good. Maybe like a solid mac and cheese. I don't even know where to get. I don't think I've seen like elbow pasta in Japan. Or maybe I'm just not looking for it. But that would be quite nice. I don't know why. There's a lot of penne in Japan, and penne is the bane of my life. I don't know what I have against penne. Like maybe I was like murdered by penne in my previous life. Like someone like, I don't know, choked me with penne or like stabbed me with a shard of penne. Like there is a part of me that just does not agree with penne. I don't know why. Here's our little shumai from some time ago. There's only 12, so I'll probably add a bit of chicken to the side to warm up. And you're all stuck together and getting together. Beautiful. This bag just goes back into the fridge. Do you guys have any like pasta shapes so you just irrationally just like, let's go and pop this on. Let's go for 12 minutes on our shumai. And let's do some bok choy with that. Oh, actually, I shouldn't do bok choy with that. I should do spinach with that because you've been sat around longer. I might do a little like spinach and carrot, sesame, slaw situation. Why have we got so much water? Yeah. Why are we so wet? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll do three sprigs. Three tomatoes, peppermint, salsa, stuffed squash. Ooh, I don't think I've ever seen squash in Japan. So that could be nice to look for. Like they do like kabocha pumpkin, but husband I think my husband was potentially killed by a kabocha pumpkin in his past life because he does not agree with pumpkin. Specifically kabocha pumpkin. He just does not like them, no matter how it's done. So lots of murderous food items in our past lives. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the old Cheats microwave vegetables situation. And you're going way too intensely for my liking. And also gonna have some carrots in there. Ooh, stuffed courgettes. Sound good. My mother did not plant courgettes this year, which I was very disappointed about. So I did not get my fill of courgettes. I've got some carrots that I so kindly prepped for future self. So thank you, past self. I have little shreds. Ooh, butternut. I don't think I've ever seen a butternut squash in Japan, but if I ever go to like a vegetable place, a a greengrocer, is that what it is? Like specifically like plants only. So that's hanging out over there. And where is husband at? Not left dance if he's not messaged me. But yeah. Ooh, let's have a look at this beef. Let's turn you off for a second. Let's take a peek. See how we're doing inside. Yeah. How are we looking? How are we looking? Looking. Are we tender? Or are we not there yet? To be fair, you're stabbable. You're stabbably tender. That's very good going for beef tendons. Okay, you're stabbable in parts. I reckon if I let you go for another, oh, I don't know. Actually, you may be good. You know, I can feel the tendon in bits. I'll stab another big bit. You're melty. Oh, there's one big bit where I'm like, you could be done, but also like you could also do with another like half hour. Maybe I'll do another half hour on these guys. Ooh, sashuka. That does sound good. Ooh, yeah, that sounds fabulous. Let's go another. Let's go do that for another half hour. Oh, we have microwave going. We have our vegetables. Focused. Shrinking as per. I think I might just dress it with a bit of sesame dressing, I think, as a little kind of slaw adjacent. I don't know if that was enough vegetable, to be fair, for the both of us. It's definitely not the FDA approved amount of vegetable portion per meal. I wonder what that is. How much vegetable do the nutrition people say you have to have with every meal? There must be an amount where it's like you should have 200 grams of vegetables with your meal to make it proper and healthy. I wonder what that number is. Ooh, a tagine. I think I said I never like got into Middle Eastern. Like, I like it when I have it, but I think it's the kind of. I think I don't like chickpeas and tomatoes together. I love hummus, but I don't think I like chickpeas with tomatoes, which is what ends up often being served when it's. But I feel like I should explore that more. I love a good hummus. This is some sesame dressing. Just gonna do a light press of the veg with that. Give it a bit of excitement. I'm doing for taste. I mean, that's like near enough like a single portion of vegetable. I could probably eat that on my own. Can I be bothered making it again? I probably should. Maybe I should. I've got more carrots and spinach. You know what? Be good health. I'll just do more spinach. That means I finished the spinach. Making more work for myself. Adding greenery in post. Again. To be fair, knowing how spinach goes, I can probably like close the lid on the container and it'll probably cook slowly. Am I going to do it? Are you warm enough? To be fair, it might wilt. Still relatively hot. Ooh, do share. Maybe I should make like a recipes channel on the Discord. So it's not just like cooking, but it's like specifically for recipes. So it's a bit more clear. Close that lid in hopes that we can like put it on top of there. Or like hints of air. Hints of no chickpeas involved. Chicken and honey tomato taste. Ooh, that does sound pretty fabulous. Right. We're basically ready for husband to get back. I'm just resting this spinach on top of the steaming basket just to kind of let it be hit by warm air in hopes that it will wilt a little bit. Do. Right, let's give things a little wipe down so we can get serving. Right, hold down here. Mystery. I'll keep the chopstick because I can just eat with that. mystery liquid. Why are we so wet? Damn right you are, and this is precisely who I need on the team. That down, clear that down. I will be atting you when I need inspo. Right. Smelling good. Smelling chickeny. Right. We have our steam complete. Looks pretty good. Just strong fingers. Whoa. I'll pop this here. I'm not going to serve anything up until husband gets home because everything's going to stay relatively warm if I just leave it in their respective containers. So, he messaged me. He messaged me, he was on his way 5 minutes ago. So actually, I can probably start serving. So let's go. We are going. Ooh, pink and blue today. I don't know if you can see. The plate colors are always up to pure luck. It's a cute day when we have. Yeah, it do be like that. So we are waiting for the rice cooker to go off, and that's supposedly 5 minutes away. So hopefully that is sooner rather than later. We can start laying out our shumai. I know I really should go rice first for the aesthetic, but we are not in the business of caring. Our little shumai boys. I think I'm going to take the blue one. And I'll serve husbands in pink because, gender norms, and also these shumai are a little bit smaller than the other ones. These guys are definitely bigger. So cooked. Yeah, cooked. Yeah, these shumais are definitely bigger than the first half. That off. And wash that off. One thing with steamer baskets, you need to wash them fairly immediately because you can't like dishwash them. Like you can't put any detergent on them because of the wood. You just gotta be quick with the washing. Do I hear husband? I am. Do me a favor, tell them about your plans. Forgot you got a green corn onion before you log off. I want to know what he thinks. Okay. Husband, what are your thoughts? My rice is still 2 minutes away, so I have to wait. Your thoughts on Gochugaru, green onion, corn pudding.
Doesn't seem offensive.
Doesn't seem offensive. It's like cornbread, but flavored. You know what cornbread is?
I've not really had it before.
He's never had it before. I had it once in New York when I went there. I'm very excited. It's like turn polenta into bread.
Oh, that can't be bad.
Yeah.
It can only be good.
It can only be good. It is good. But like, I wanted to serve it with the beef tomorrow. And to make it more Asian, we're going gochugaru spring onion.
I see. Just Phoenix, by the way.
Whistle was around.
Hi, Whistle, if you're still there too.
And Miles was also around.
And hi,
at
Miles.
Some point.
Go bed, Miles.
Go bed. Bready, custardy, thick, rich. Exactly. It can't go wrong. We're just all standing around waiting for this rice cooker to go off. My like shumais are like blending into the plate because they're so pale. But hopefully we will hear the song of my people soon. There it is. Beep beep beep. And we go. This one is my one. I hear a ping. I apologize. I'm just going over the rice. So you dance. What did they say?
You will have to let me know.
Nice. Oh, sure.
There you go.
Yeah, entertaining. Plate number 1. How was dance?
Okay.
Good practice?
Started off a bit sluggish, but we got good.
That's good.
Things in.
Like here?
A lot of it was just being patient.
And we are serving up with our actually, I need to add a little bit more sauce because we've added extra spinach. The balance will be off. My phone stopped like shaking so much after the recently. I don't know why. Usually if I like slam, even if I just close the fridge gently, it goes a bit wonky. But I feel like it's not as aggy recently. That's a much nicer bulk on the veg. So we are going in with a little carrot and spinach, sesame dressing, slow-ish. Going in like so. Yeah, just being chatty and hanging out. We are all served up. Probably could have done better with the carrot presentation, but I'm not in the business of caring. So here we have it. Just shuffle the shumai over so we're not like smushed up against the floor at least. Let's do that. There we go. Bon appetit. We're gonna go eat now. Thank you so much for watching, and We shall see you next time. Thank you guys all for your lovely, lovely ideas. I shall update with my schedule in the coming weeks. Cheers. Bye.